Hey everyone, glad to be back. Um, I want to know something. Have you ever had anyone come into your life and they give you the best of everything? They show you love, they show you attention, they show you that you are the best thing that ever happened to them. Hmm. Well, I've got a story for you. This is from someone who has been watching my channel for a little while. And when I started my True Stories, that's a segment that I started around October of last year, 2021. She decided to write in. So, this is something that she wanted to share, and she wanted people to know that you need to always get to know people over a period of time before you go full in with them. So, this is the way things worked. She was working, and that particular day, she went to work. She really didn't feel very well and she was going to leave, but something told her to stay, and she ended up staying. Well, within, I would say, about an hour, she said, maybe an hour or two of being at work, a man came up to her and asked her name and asked her was she married, and just try to engage conversation with her. And what she decided to do was go ahead and engage with him. The way he approached her, he seemed like he was a very nice person, very friendly. He seemed very kind and respectful. So eventually, they started seeing each other. It took a little while, but eventually they started seeing each other. So they spent a lot of time together. They would go to the movies. They would go to places like parks and out to eat and be around friends, and they were enjoying each other's company immensely. Now, over time, the situation changed in the sense that they still wanted to be with each other, but it so happened that he was actually here from another country. And him being here from another country, he decided that this was the place he wanted to stay. He actually was just visiting. I think he said that was his second, maybe the second visit to America from another country. Um, but she was not suspecting anything because the way he treated her, in her mind, he seemed very sincere and loving. And he just showered gifts on her. He gave her money to take care of certain things that she needed to take care of. Now, mind you, she was an independent person herself, and she had her own home, her own car, her own job, and she had her own friends, and she was pretty stable mentally and spiritually. But she had been single for quite some time and really hadn't been dating or anything. So he was like a breath of fresh air for her. So what happened was, eventually what he wanted to do was to marry her. And of course, marrying her would keep him here in the States. And over the time that they were together, she actually was convinced that she loved him. And so eventually they did get married. So in their getting married, the time together started to change a little bit in the sense that he was showing another side of himself. Now, mind you, this is before her filing anything, to help him get his papers. He just started changing, even though he didn't even have anything to maintain him being here or to, make sure that he could be here. But she started seeing him lying. I mean, just lying about things that didn't even make any sense. For an example, he tried to get her to call somebody that he was working with and tell them a lie so that he could get a raise. And she refused to do that. So, it's just little things showing about what his character is really like. Over time, she started wondering if she should have made this move in marrying him. In addition to that, they were two different religions, and sometimes that doesn't make a difference, but he wanted her to change to his religion. And that's like, just not even respecting the fact that all her life she grew up in the religion that she was in. So a lot of things started, appearing. Eventually, he told her that he had a wife and children in another country. And he just started telling her all types of stories that made her just say, okay, this is a disaster. Now, mind you, of course, she should never have gotten into that involvement so quickly. And from what she's saying, it was basically because she hadn't been with anyone for years and years. And I guess, from what I'm gathering, that she was lonely. So I'm going to say this. They're not together anymore. They haven't divorced yet, but they are not together anymore. And what she's saying, that she wanted the story to be shared because it's very hard to know what a person's intentions are within a short period of time. And love is very important, trust is very important, respect is very important. And those three things have to go together for what she's saying. So I guess from listening to her story, my conclusion, of course, would be you have to be very careful. There's never a guarantee. I don't know what to tell you. But my conclusion is you just have to be very careful. But she wanted me to share this story because she has seen this happen to other people. She never thought it would happen to her because she felt like she was pretty level-minded. She felt like, her wisdom would take her in the right direction. But in this case, it did not. So I would love to hear from you, what you think, what are your comments. Just let me know in the comment section your thoughts about this situation. All right? I'm happy that you stopped by, my subscribers, and if you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by and consider subscribing and also hitting the notification bell so you'll be able to see the videos as they come in the future. So love y'all, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.